Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, I welcome you all to Sri Chandra's distance learning program. Dear students, we had completed Al-Huruf An-Nasibatu, subjunctive particles. Inshallah, today we will start Al-Huruf Al-Jazimatu. Okay. The huruf which give sukoon to the last letter of imperfect tense. Okay. To the singular imperfect tense. They give sukoon to the last letter of imperfect tense. Those are 5 moods. All are singular forms. For example, we have third person singular, third person feminine singular, third person masculine singular, third person feminine singular, second person masculine singular, and first person masculine and feminine singular, and the one plural is first person masculine and feminine dual and plural. For these 5 moods, they give sukoon to the last letter of the imperfect tense. Okay. Jasif particles means al-huruf al-jazimatu. Al-huruf al-jazimatu. Okay. Al-huruf al-jazimatu means jasif particles. The lesson name is given in your book is al-failu al-muzari'u al-mansub al-majzum. Majzum. The imperfect tense in jasif case. The imperfect tense in jasif case is given in your reader, but actually this lesson is about al-huruf al-jazimatu jasif particles. Okay. Jasif particles. Jasif particles mean what are jasif particles? Jasif particles precede to imperfect tense and change the case to jasif. Means they give sukoon or jazm to the last letter of the imperfect tense. Okay. How many jasif particles are there? There are 5 jasif particles, namely lam, lamma. Third one is lamu amrin, li. This is known as lamul amr. Lamul amr. And fourth is la an nahiyatu. Okay. La an nahiyatu. And the fifth is in ashartiyatu. In ashartiyatu. Okay, in ashartiyatu. These 5 particles are known as jasif particles. Other particles are also there that comes under the category jasif particles, but they are not there in your lesson. So we are leaving them. Other particles are also there. Jasif particles are lam, lamma, lamu amrin, la an nahiyatu, in ashartiyatu. They are 5 in number. What they do, they precede to the imperfect tense and change its case from nominative case to jasif case. Okay. Jasif case means the case which carries sukoon on the last letter. Okay. For example, what is the meaning of lam? Lam means not. Lamma, not so far. Not so far. Lamu amrin, lamul amr means liyafal, should. And la an nahiyatu means not or do not. Do not. Okay, in ashartiyatu, if, the conditional if is conditional. If is used for condition. If you drink tea, then I will drink tea. If you hit me, then I will hit you like this. Just particles are 5 in number. They precede to imperfect tense and change the case to just if. This is the definition of just if particles. Now we will take some examples and its peculiar, its special features. What are the special features of just if particles? We will study. Okay. The particles which give jazm to the last letter of imperfect tense are 5 in number, known as just if particles. They are lam, lamma, lamul amri, li with kasra, lam with kasra, and la annahiyatu, do not or not, and in ashartiyatu. In ashartiyatu. Okay. These are the 5 just if particles. इन क्लास देखिए 12:30. Here these 5 particles known as just if particles. Okay, take the screenshot, then we will proceed. Take and write. Next is here we will learn about lam. What is the function of lam? What it do? The function of lam is it precede to imperfect tense and change the case to just if form. And what the special feature? It converts the meaning into past tense. Okay. Shall I rub the board? Now we are studying about the special features of the just if particles. The common feature is they precede to imperfect tense and give quotient, means jazm or sukun, to the last letter of the imperfect tense, to the last letter of 5 moods of imperfect tense, not to the all moods of imperfect tense. Imperfect tense contains 14 moods. From those 14 moods, only 5 moods are there which these particles give sukun to them. For example, we were talking about lam. Lam means not. It precedes to imperfect tense and gives sukun to the last letter of the imperfect tense and converts its meaning. The special feature is it converts meaning to negative past tense. Negative past tense. Okay. It converts meaning to negative past tense like here first we will go by ashribu ashaya. I drink tea. This means I drink tea, or I will drink tea, I am drinking tea. These 3 translations can be done in this ashribu shaya. But when the just if particle lam precedes to the imperfect tense lam, then it will change its case from zamma to sukun. Okay. Lam will be called as adatul jazmi, and this is called as al failul muzari'u al majzum. Al failul muzari'u al majzum. What will be the meaning? Lam ashrib ashaya, I did not drink tea. I did not drink tea. Before uh, the function of the lam to ashribu shaya, the meaning was I will drink tea, or I am drinking tea, or I drink tea. These were the meaning. But when the lam precede to the imperfect tense, lam changes the case to negative past tense. Now the imperfect tense cannot give the meaning of present or future, but it gives the meaning, instead it gives the meaning negative past tense. Like I lam ashrib ashaya, I did not drink tea. I did not drink tea. Now, as far as the grammatical analysis is concerned, lam is called as adatul jazmi, and ashrib is called as al-failul mudari'u al-majzumu. Got it? Take the screenshot, then we will proceed towards the next particle, next jussive particles. Take it, right. Now next one is, I rub the board, then we will go for lamma. Now we will take the second jussive particle lamma. Lamma means not so far. Okay. It precedes to the imperfect tense and change the case to jussive. It gives the jazm sukun to the last letter of the imperfect tense and changes the meaning to it changes the meaning, or it converts the meaning to negative past tense, as well as it gives stress in the present tense. Okay, it gives stress in the present. The special feature of lamma is it changes the meaning or converts the meaning. It changes the meaning to negative past tense, and gives stress in the present. For example, lamma ashrib ashaya. So the meaning will become I did not drink tea so far. Till lamma ashrib ashaya, I did not drink tea so far. The meaning is changed like this. Okay, lamma precedes to the lamma comes before the imperfect tense and gives sukun to the last letter of the imperfect tense and changes the meaning to negative past tense and gives stress in the present tense. Like lamma ashrib ashaya, I did not drink tea so far. Now the grammatical analysis, lamma adatul jazmi and ashrib is al-failul mudari'u al-majzum. Okay. Instead of ashrib, we can take tashrib. You did not drink tea so far. Tashrib we can take. You did not drink tea so far. Or tashribu also used for the third person feminine. We can translate this as she did not drink tea so far. Nashrib, we did not drink tea. Lamma nashrib, we did not drink tea so far. Okay, we can take any of the 5 moods. Third person masculine singular, third person feminine singular, second person masculine singular, and first person masculine and feminine singular, first person masculine and feminine dual and plural. Okay, 2 moods are belongs to first person, and remaining 3 moods belongs to 2 moods belongs to masculine gender, one belongs to feminine gender. Take the screenshot, then we will proceed towards the next example. Lamma is over. Now we will talk about the next jussive particle, lamu amrin. Lamu amrin. Lamu amrin. Lamu amrin. Shall I wrap this? Okay. Lamu amrin li with the kasra, li with the kasra is known as, it is known as lamu amrin. Li with the kasra, lam with the kasra. Okay, lam with the kasra becomes li. Li is for lamu amrin. Okay, what is the meaning of li? Li here should. What is the function of li? It precedes to the imperfect tense and gives jazm to the last letter, and it in the meaning, it converts the meaning to provocation. Okay, it brings provocation in the meaning. It creates provocation in the meaning. It creates provocation in the meaning. Okay, li, it creates provocation in the meaning. For example, we will write li plus ashrib. Here it will become like this, li ashrib. So li will be adatul jazmi and ashrib is al fail muzari al majzum. Shaya is object of the verb. So here li ashrib ashaya, it means I should drink tea. I should drink tea. Li ashrib ashaya. Li adrib ahadan, I should hit anyone, I should beat anyone. Like this. Li ashrib ashaya, I should drink tea. The meaning of provocation is creating by lamu amrin. Lamu amrin proceed to the imperfect tense and give jazm or sukun to the last letter of the imperfect tense and creates provocation in the meaning. The special feature of li is it creates provocation in the meaning. Li ashrib ashaya, I should drink tea. Take down the screenshot, then we will proceed towards the next example. Taken? Not taken? Okay. Come to the next example. Next word of jussive particle. What is the next word? In lamma, lamu amrin, la annahiyatu. La annahiyatu. Okay. La annahiyatu. Don't. La of imperative tense. La of imperative verb. La annahiyatu. It means not. Or do not, you can say. It means not. La, no. La means not or no. Okay. Here, what it will do, it will changes the meaning. It creates prohibition in the meaning. The same thing, it proceeds to the imperfect tense and what? And it creates the meaning, it creates prohibition in the meaning. It brings prohibition in the meaning. It creates prohibition in the meaning. For example, ला तशरब, ला तशरब, ला तशरीब, ला तशरीब अशाया, ला तशरीब अशाया, do not drink tea, ला तशरीब अशाया, do not drink tea, ला तजरिब अहदन, do not hit anyone, ला तकुल अल किदबा, do not lie, like this. La tashrib ash-shaya means do not drink tea. We are going by the one example, a tea example, to understand all the five adjective particles. Okay. There are many other examples in your reader, but we will prefer this example to get easily understand the topic. To understand the topic easily, we are taking the one example for all the particles. La nahiya, no, it creates prohibition in the meaning. What is the meaning? La tashrib ashaya, do not drink tea. La will be adatul jazmi and tashrib will be al failul mudare al majzum. Got it? Next, take this screenshot. Next one, last one, in. Fifth is in of condition, in ashartiyatu, if. It creates conditional meaning. Okay, it creates conditional meaning. It precedes two verbs. In precedes to two verbs. It precedes to two verbs of imperfect tense. Two verbs of imperfect tense. It precedes to two verbs of imperfect tense and creates conditional meaning. It creates conditional sense. Like in tashrib ashaya, ashrib ashaya. Okay, in tashrib ashaya, ashrib ashaya. Ashaya need not to return ashaya with the ashrib, but if we say like this, in tashrib ashaya, ashrib. If you drink tea, then I will drink tea. In is creating the condition. In is creating the condition that if you drink tea, then I will drink tea. Okay? In tashrib ashaya, ashrib. In tazrib ahadan, azrib. If you hit anyone, then I will hit anyone. In tadrib ni adrib buka, azribka. If you hit me, then I will hit you. In taqra aqra. If you read, I will read. In taktub aktub. If you write, then I will write. So in tashrib shaya, ashrib. If you drink tea, then I will drink tea. Right? Take down the meaning. If you drink tea, then I will drink what? Tea. Okay. If you drink tea, then I will drink tea. What about the grammatical analysis? In is adatu, adatu jazmin, adatul jazmi, and tashrib is al fe'lu, al muzari'u, al majzumu. And other one is this one also, al fe'lul mudari'u al majzumu. Got it? Inshallah, we will study this topic in detail in our next class. We will close the class here. Inshallah, in our next class, we will study this topic in detail. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.